No matter how many more of Hina's tears splashed his face, there was no second miracle. Reality set in again. This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality.
Honestly.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins, no calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat.
Stop talking.
You're just angry. Going out of his way to return just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words. Now this game has become exceedingly boring. You said Yasuhiro, right?
Then perhaps...
Yasuhiro Hagakure. This is the only person he could have been referring to.
So in other words...
And with that, the case is solved. No, wait. Something's going on. Assaulting people and even killing Taka and Ifumi? How could Ifumi know it was Yasuhiro? And then going so far as to hide their bodies. A criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. And Yasuhiro doesn't seem the type. Then again, nobody really does. A criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Is that what Hiro is?
What is this?
If it's true, I can't forgive him. No way can I ever forgive him. To kill two of our friends.
That's fine.
Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprit in our little life or death game here. Although this time, it's not all that life or death. The trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way. Well, we gotta find out more. It's going to begin again. We have to go through this one more time. If it is Yasuhiro, why would he kill more people than he needs to? It doesn't seem in his nature. I have to accept it. I have no choice but to go through this to make sure everyone survives. I just have to do it. Investigate. Whew. Here we go. First, I'd better check the Monokuma file. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head, so a single blow for both of them. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's it?
Very strange.
Did it not say the time of death? Where's time of death, you son of a bitch? Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened in the Monokuma file code anyway. Does Monokuma not know when they died then? Maybe.
Well.
There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Kyoko. Yep. Are you talking about Kyoko?
Perhaps.
Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? Yeah, that was my theory too, but now that you've said it, I feel like it's not going to be true. An accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma appears!
Don't be rude, I'm here to answer your question. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial. Only the one who
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
Yeah, only the one who does the killing is blackened. But two people are dead. So they could have killed one each.
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
In other words,
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
So then...
So you were saying nobody worked together this time either?
hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I think last time he said there was no accomplice because he was just frustrated that we were going that route, and it was just annoying him. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder.
phew.
Only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So, in other words,
That we only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal?
Well,
Okay. Let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is
extreme!
the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. The true blackened? So just one person? So potentially, if there is an accomplice, nothing will happen to them. They just get away with it.
Well now,
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck to all the contestants. So there could only be one blackened, and accomplice wouldn't benefit. That I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. But what if one killed Hifumi and the other killed Taka? Are you not both blackened then? You may be right. If that's true, then Kyoko, where are you?
However...
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation. With her being missing for so long, it does make her look suspiciously like she could be the spy for the mastermind.
Indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information.
So,
You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone a suspect, just in case? Who? It wasn't Jill, Jack, whatever. I'm talking about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. She promised me she wouldn't kill anyone.
what?
What? I'm offended. When did you... I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found.
You SOB!
Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl.
Huh?
She's so obsessed with her boobs. Milk sack?
You gotta be kidding!
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer.
What?
So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time. I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body.
Yep.
Too big for her, is that what you're saying? Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
Let's see.
On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again.
So then...
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure, I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyway.
it's all clear now.
That's that. Let's begin. This whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. Yeah, well, makes sense. Monokuma File 3, which tells you nothing important, has been added to the truth bullets. Let me have a look at that again. Is it really that... Wait, what am I looking at? Truth bullets. Is it really that useless? Yeah, just a blow to the head. Okay. Why move the bodies? Is there something there that might incriminate them somehow? Or maybe just to misdirect and fuck with us? I don't know. Tucker, he'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Tucker died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Tucker's body? That way there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Well, that's smart. What about Hifumi? There's no tarp for him. Hifumi's big, cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? Alright, I thought it was just pointlessly fucking giving Hifumi shit for being overweight. But no, it's relevant. From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here at the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it? How the hell? It's no good, I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it, his glasses! And I did not notice that. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But now they're completely clean. Did they clean his glasses? Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that? And why? Hifumi's glasses. Oh boy. What to make of this?
So,
Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Huh? What is it? After Hifumi and Tucker's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
but...
And we came right to the repository to, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. Okay, so there is an important reason for it. The plot wouldn't just keep me out for no reason. It was locked. And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now? I wonder the same thing. Assuming it was the killer, they unlocked it so we could find it? Then why? Every investigation gets more and more bizarre and weird. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there. But I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. Alright, how about you, Sakura? There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then...
Would you like my help? Yes. Yeah, let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. And soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. Seeing that Celeste was alone, there's no one to really back up her story. I'm not 100% sure she was lying, but it's important to keep in mind that the story has pointed out she's an excellent liar. The ultimate gambler, right? Hifumi could have backed her up, but he never did. He's dead. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her, meaning just after 7 o'clock. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo Justice. Those letters on it, they have to be important somehow. It also became clear that this Robo Justice had dragged Hifumi away. Why not attack him right there? Celeste was begging for her life, so she wouldn't have stopped them, according to her. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took it down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office, Celeste was always the one who spotted him. None of us ever saw him. What's wrong? I saw a shadow. Something moving around at the top of the stairs. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor where we split up and began searching. Then right after that, Celeste screamed. This time she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. See, it's always apparently. We can't say for sure. This is frustrating. I don't want it to be Celeste. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was walking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. And then... God! Huh? What was that? The kid from downstairs, it must have been... Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. Yeah, but she was with us, so she couldn't have killed Hifumi. Unless it's a recorded scream? Again, it could be an accomplice. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. At that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect on the 3rd floor. And then we got back to the nurse's office. We found Hifumi's corpse, which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what had happened.
However...
But at the same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. Which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Could they have been killed at the same time? Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. That's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. This one is very unique because, you know, we were very active while the murders were taking place. So there's a lot of information to dissect. We ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Hifumi's body has disappeared. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was in fact gone. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? This time, Taka's body had disappeared. So from there, we began our search for both of the missing bodies. And after some time, Celeste told us she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository. And there we rediscovered that the two bodies that had apparently vanished. And that brings us up to now.
However,
looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime. Thanks, Sakura. It's a dolly, it doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. They could have used it to move Hifumi. Oh, but wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Okay, now these hammers has to be where they got their weapon, and they painted it. For what reason, I don't know. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, though some are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the Justice hammers have been designed using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They left the bodies here knowing we would find these mallets. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Chalky? Wait. For some reason, this hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Murder weapon, perhaps? Alright, anything else in here I'm missing? Another TV. Blah, blah, blah. How about you, Byakuya? Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearance all happened, every one of us had an alibi. In the last thing Hifumi said when he died. Yeah, he said Hiro's name.
So in other words,
that there is no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kind of dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
what?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing two people?
What?
Because all the rule says is if you can kill someone and get away with, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number one priority is not getting caught. But killing two people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on, perhaps... I see, so that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Huh? What's with the attitude? But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? At times, it does feel like Byakuya has this kind of respect for Makoto, even though he doesn't seem to like him. Oh wait, I missed something. There's only one way in and out of this room, through the door that Hina said was locked before. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. The door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. And the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So that certain someone was able to sneak past in some way? There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There are some places I already know about. First the nurse's office where Hifumi's body was found, then the equipment room where Taka was found. Hey, Jill. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away.
What?
I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. Justice Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. So if they're trying to hide stuff, why leave the hammer? There's no way they left the hammers accidentally. They numbered them in order of the attacks. There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. So the dolly was used to take Taka's body, I guess. That reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There was blood on its tire. Could that blood have come from here? Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with a dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery. Huh? This top. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, and just recently too. Well, yeah, it was in... You guess that they used that to cover Taka's body. Pay attention, Makoto, to your own fucking thoughts. Hey Celeste, how's it going? What are you investigating, Celeste? I am not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I am simply going around seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when you got back, the body was gone. We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short of a time. They had to be watching, too, somehow. They knew when they wouldn't be in there anymore.
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think if there's anything else than less than possible. Hopefully it's not like the last case where a couple of people's accounts were just not used in the entire case. Let's have a look at the hammer. Justice Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind. Oh, I can't look at the blood? Fair enough. Trash can? It's just a normal trash can. Huh? Wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth, which was used to clean Hifumi's glasses. And by the design, I'd say it actually belongs to him. And it's got some kind of cartoon character on it. Ah, but it's also covered in blood.
Oh,
Ah, did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can. So they cleaned his glasses here before they moved him. They managed to clean his glasses, throw away the cloth, and then get his body out of there in under a minute. Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
huh?
A cleaning cloth? And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. It obviously belongs to Hifumi. But who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either, but I think it might be important. What else is in here? Nothing? A fridge? A refrigerator. I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek. If there wasn't something important in there, he'd say some bullshit like, oh, I'm not thirsty. I have no time for this. There's a bunch of blood packets in here for blood transfusions, I guess. Doesn't help me though, I'm not a vampire. Oh, there's nothing important in there. Oh well. Now I look stupid. This monitor really doesn't matter right now. Alright. Do you have anything else to say? Oh, it disappeared. You were supposed to be...
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, okay, this is the same. Where do I go now, then? Oh, so this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hero's room. Oh, and let me give you this. Meet me in the dining hall. This is a note Hero wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow even more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation.
Goodbye.
So we're meant to believe that, like, the killer intended for us to think it's Yasuhiro? Is that what Byakuya is implying? So he said to go to Hiro's room, but what's waiting for me there? Could I potentially go to Hifumi's? This is Hifumi's room. Hifumi, now he's... The door is unlocked. I guess I could go inside. Byakuya did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. This is Hero's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. Where do you even get it all from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. Which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? And there's a lot of stuff here. This is one of the monitors when Akuma appears on, blah blah blah. I soundlessly checked the bathroom. There's nothing in here. It's pretty grungy though. How does the bathroom even get this dirty? Oh, I can't look at that diagram thing. Okay. I think there's something in the cardboard box. It's blueprints for something, and something's made of it. Looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster. It's the Robo Justice. Did he build it? Or maybe he was framed? I don't know. Maybe it was stolen when he built it? Is this Robo Justice? And it's in Hero's room. But wait. These blueprints. Something about them bothers me. Maybe something about the blueprints looks different to the actual Robo Justice. Let's see. Have the arms bend like this? Do we have the photo of Robo Justice as evidence? No, we don't. So I can't compare it. It's a normal bed, pretty much just like the one in my room. Alright. Makoto, big news! Big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko! What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news.
Just a second.
Robo Justice showed up too. Fuck. Robo Justice? It's Hero wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyways, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor. To think Hero and Kyoko will turn up at the same time? Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran up to the second floor as fast as I could. Man, it's not looking good for Hero. Kyoko and...
I mean...
Phew, man, I have had the worst day. Hero? What the fuck is going on? I am positive that it's the suspicious individual that attacked me. Apparently that ridiculous object is Hero. I'd ask Kyoko for the details if I were you. Robo Justice finally made his appearance, huh? I guess Kyoko's the one that found him. Hero?
Huh? Oh, hey, Makoto.
Yeah, duh. Who else would I be? That's a good question. Oh, what? Why do I look like this? What? Did someone come around and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati? Does he not know he's wearing that? What's going on, Kyoko? Can I look in this locker? Nope.
Right.
I found Hero. Yeah, I know. He was jammed into the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
Don't be mean.
I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it. Like, I don't know, caress my face or something?
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Well...
There was something I had to check up on. There's always something you're checking up on. I wish you would just say what you were doing. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind.
It's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, yeah, she really fights back on when you question her. She says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind?
And?
First of all, Hero, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean...
Oh, well, I mean, I have no idea. 1 second I was asleep. Don't even know how that happened. When I woke up, and then I was here. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you.
Huh?
Well,
Let me out of here!
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? How would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
You got it all wrong!
I didn't make the stupid friggin' thing.
It would seem...
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you could get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him. It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hero out of the suit. It took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Whew, free at last. Does he even know Taka and Nofumi are dead? Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hero?
So then...
More to the point, nobody but Hero would be able to wear that costume. Wait, what? Hold on a sec.
Honestly,
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
is that okay?
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true, I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be...
Then it's obvious the one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone
That's terrible!
was Hero! Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the worst.
Good idea, we wouldn't want him killing anyone else.
What? What?
Tie me up! Hold on guys, I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, I mean... Attacking? Blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them.
Please!
What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake hero running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costumed attacker?
What the heck?
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a bit, Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is?
That's so cute.
I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
There's fucking Celeste hair again. Why is it always blue?
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hero could have fit into this dumb costume.
Are there two of them, maybe? In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again. Well, now you're all out of excuses. No, see, it's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... All the guys here are smaller than you, dude. Makoto, go ahead. Okay, maybe Sakura? No, she's bulkier than Hiro, probably. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this.
Just a second!
See? I told you it was impossible! You are absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
But
Then there's another costume. They must have one that looks the same but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence? You claim there is another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us. What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Hero's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible!
Which is how we know it was him.
What?
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, like, tell me? Oh boy. Wait, where is he? Oh, what am I doing, dumbass? No one but Yasuhiro could have possibly fit into the costume. In addition, anyone wearing it would not be able to see their feet or bend at the waist more than 90 degrees. There must be a second one then.
Oh!
I certainly did not expect Hiro and Kyoko to turn up at the same time. But where has Kyoko been hiding all this time? I have no idea.
Then perhaps...
Perhaps she really is working for the mastermind. What else would explain her questionable behavior? But... You are quite protective of her, yes? That's because she's helped me out so much up until now. If I were the mastermind, that is exactly what I would do to earn your trust. It's looking more and more like it really was a setup. Yeah, so Byakuya thinks this is all set up.
What the heck?
There's no talking your way out of this one. You did it. Everyone knows it.
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured it out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi.
What? What?
2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it.
Please!
I did not.
Huh?
Wait, hold on. If those 2 are the ones that were killed,
How about that?
that's it. I know who did it. Yeah, I keep thinking this, but I keep forgetting to mention it. Hifumi and Taka were both the ones most interested in Alter Ego and attached to it, so it seems like they were targeted.
So then,
You may as well tell us then. Yep, so Yasuhiro's got the same thoughts. Taka and Hifumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right?
I'm at least 30% right.
Which means Alter Ego and Yasuhiro must have done it. What? No, that's dumb.
correct.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Please!
Huh? Unfortunate.
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay? I'm telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh, so then.
Oh, I know that note. No. Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole. Maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. But the last thing I remember is going to the rec room, that for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey.
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So,
No, hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that.
Huh?
Really? I told you, somebody's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me. Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. Let me see the note. Well, after being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
It is hard to believe him, but... Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay, then show us that note. With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it. Yeah, sure.
Please.
You gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. What the heck? For serious? Yasuhiro's account. Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Celeste was in the rec room. Why do we need the key to investigating? We already know who did it.
What the heck?
Come on, Aoi, it's never as it seems. Oh, she's so upset. Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, hero! No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Was it really to get the Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broken, that's why.
Please.
Yasuhiro's loaded. He wasted $1 million on that fucking crystal ball. But wait, that's a false accusation. Someone help me.
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, yes?
What?
Your evidence, right. Oh, you're right. I need to look for the second suit and that note. Don't fail me now. I guess I'd better get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko or Genocide Jack to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away.
Makoto.
Do you have a second? Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation.
It would seem...
It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Hey, Sakura's very usefully recapping everything. You can talk to her. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later, when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. To reject me so simply.
Anyway,
I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay. Man, you're lucky Makoto is such a good guy, Kyoko. Maybe good's not the right word, but I don't want to say he cracks under pressure, because he doesn't. He's pretty determined.
shall we go?
Thanks. Now then, shall we?
Hey,
So Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses. I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer?
anyway,
We have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay, then show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. Then I guess we should head that way for now. Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid. But only for a moment.
so then,
Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka without hesitation and began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable.
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You did?
Hey,
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore in his left hand? No, he did? Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, but I've only been hanging out with the girls. I'm sorry. No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said he had a watch?
so then,
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6?
that's right.
6 a.m., right? But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Hey you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that. Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
In other words,
So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. It's so cruel to have Taka have this character change and then kill him off. I would have liked to see this new Taka in a class trial, but you know, maybe that's why it's so tragic. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. Broken wristwatch has been added to the truth bullets.
however,
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. Ooh, what's that? He appears to be gripping something. You're right, there's something white in there.
Makoto,
Can you try and pry it out? Me?
because
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice cold head was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from the tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper?
hey,
Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
is that right?
What does it say, Makoto? I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then,
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues of his own. Can't talk a scrap. Is there nothing on this paper? Alright. This might be a scrap of the paper that was given to Yasuhiro. Alright, how you doing, Hifumi? I feel like a dick. The biggest problem I have right now is how the killer was able to move Hifumi's massive corpse from the nurse's office where it was discovered to here, the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it. I just can't see how that's possible. Further, it seems that Hifumi died from a blow to the head. He was most likely killed using Justice Hammer 3, which we found at the nurse's office. But when we found his body in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now they're spotless. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses clean? But who would do that? And why? So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I did, more than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper?
That's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He'd stuffed it in his pants, so I could only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see. And she is brave, being able to reach into a dead body's pants. In his pants? Wait, so you...
Why is that?
It was just his pants, not like his socks or something. Are socks worse than pants? I don't know what that means.
Hey.
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto, open it up. Is it the other half of Taka's paper? When I think of how it was stuffed down in his pants, it's like... It better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note. I found a hole. Maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
So...
That sounds very familiar. That's it. It's the same thing Hiro said. Then he was telling us the truth.
However...
Then why does Hifumi have it? Although it's not exactly the same, is it? Last night someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. The time is different. Hiro told us that his note said to meet at 1 a.m. Then they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
Is that right?
Hold on, just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So...
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. Were Hifumi and Taka fighting over the note? There's some meaning to part of it being ripped. Could you maybe explain it a little more? Think carefully.
Hey.
Why would it been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
So then...
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. So Taka had this note, and then somehow Hifumi got it. While we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
Is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. A handbook may play a role? I don't think I understand. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I'd better keep it in mind.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin!
Phew, already. Alright, here we go.